President Reed, Dean Morato, Dean Marley, members of the Board of Trustees, officers of the university, deans and vice presidents, guests of honor, members of the faculty, candidates for graduation, and your family and friends. Welcome to the 154th Annual Commencement of Loyola University Chicago for the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health and the School of Social Work. As we begin, I'd like to draw your attention to the university's land acknowledgement statement on the inside front cover of your program, honoring the heritage of the grounds we walk. Now, will everyone who is able please stand as the Loyola Wind Ensemble plays the national anthem. We ask you remain standing until after Father Jerome Overbeck of the Society of Jesus gives the invocation.
Let us pray. God of us all, you gather us from so many places, geographically, spiritually. For years you have blessed us with an array of gifts and guided us to develop them and use them for the good of your people. Help us this day of commencement to remember and to give thanks. To remember many of the ways you've been good to us, especially through people who have supported us and challenged us to live up to our calling. To give thanks for the goodness you've bestowed on us through many others. May our grateful hearts remain open to the needs of so many on the margins. Do not let their needs overwhelm us. Keep us far from cold-heartedness and cynicism. Keep us from falling into the ranks of those who could care less. Instead, help us renew our spirit and refresh our resolve to take our talent and our training to do our little part of your life-giving plan to salvage us. All of this we pray, O God, for your greater honor and glory. Amen.
Thank you, Father Overbeck. Will everyone please be seated? It is now my pleasure to present Dean Elaine Morato, Founding Dean of the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health.
Thank you, Father, and thank you, Provost Callahan. On behalf of all of the faculty and staff here today, let me extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of you here in the class of 2024. And a special well done for our Parkinson School graduates, too. You know, access to good health is a fundamental human right. Yes. Know that as you leave your time with us at Loyola Chicago, you are each being called to be society's next generation of problem solvers who are charged to improve the health of individuals, communities, and systems of care. Whether you go on to careers in the public or the private sector, or a mixture of both, as I have, you will have the opportunity to influence the social, the physical, and the cultural environments that affect health. We need your entrepreneurial energy and an Ignatian spirituality now more than ever. Our society is continuing to address the long-term physical, social, and mental health effects of COVID-19 and surviving through a global pandemic as we continue to build more resilient health systems and communities. We must also address the disruptive health effects emerging from rapid climate change. And as you'll hear from our commencement speaker today, we are each charged with rebuilding back trust in science. So, my wish to you, go forth and be the leaders of tomorrow starting today. Set that world on fire, one spark at a time. You all are our hope-filled future, and society is counting on you. Congratulations again. I would now like to present Dr. James Marley, Interim Dean of the School of Social Work.
Thank you, Dean Murato. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. We know what kind of crowd showed up. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Social Work, I thank President Reed, Provost Callahan, Dean Murato, our keynote speaker, Lawrence Benjamin, faculty, staff, and administrators, family, and friends, and of course, the Loyola School of Social Work graduating class of 2024. Your journey to this point would not have been possible without the support of spouses, partners, children, parents, grandparents, friends, and well-wishers. Welcome to you all, as this ceremony is in part a testimony to your fortitude and commitment to your loved one. Throughout your time with us, we have all had to be resilient, patient, and brave while we faced many challenges within our community, our country, and our world. Within this uncertainty, we can sometimes find it hard to be true to our profession's 6 core tenets: service, social justice, dignity and worth of the person, the importance of human relationships, integrity, and competence. And you, all of us, have persevered through it all. You have been resilient. We have journeyed with each other as companions, as peers, as mentors and mentees, as a family. We are prepared to go forth with love and care so that we can serve with grace and hope the many left voiceless and disenfranchised. Graduates, the faculty, staff, and administrators at the School of Social Work are very proud of you, and we cannot wait to see you succeed and be that person for others. We will journey together and bring hope and compassion to those in need. Congratulations, class of 2024. All the best for an amazing and fulfilling career of service to others. We are proud to call you colleagues as you join us in this most challenging and rewarding profession.
Thank you, Dean Morato and Dean Marley. With pleasure, I now present Donica Elizabeth Denning, candidate for the degree of Master of Healthcare Administration, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the graduates of the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. Good afternoon, President Reed, Provost Callahan, Dean Morato, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2024. Today is a day of celebration, celebrating hard work, the success of balancing the impossible, and most importantly, our dedication to bettering ourselves. While I was honored to speak on behalf of our class, I was hesitant as an adult learner. Following high school, my venture into college was a challenging journey. I faced numerous failures, taking 4 years to earn a 2-year degree. Most challenging was informing my parents, not this semester, as every term without advancement tested my confidence. Now, I realize their reactions were contrary to what you would expect. Instead of frustration, disappointment, or a much-needed lecture, they responded with understanding and grace. This would serve as a valuable lesson again encountered through my Jesuit education. Cora personalis, caring for the whole person. My parents had the insight to look beyond my limitations, recognizing that my worth far extended beyond my challenges. Today, I proudly embrace my role as a mother to 4 incredible children and spouse to a remarkably supportive husband. As an aside, my parents finally get to witness their daughter graduate. Thank you. As we embark on our diverse careers as administrators, public health practitioners, scientists, any role dedicated to improving human health, my wish is for us to uphold the principle of cora personalis. To authentically serve those under our care, we must transcend preconceived notions and approach each person with humility, drawing upon the skills that we've learned while at Loyola. Equipped with the privilege of education, we can effect profound transformations in the lives of patients, communities, and those we serve. This entails acknowledging and attending to the inherent uniqueness within everyone. As we stand at the brink of a new chapter, let us carry the spirit of compassion, empathy, and unwavering dedication. Through our collective commitment to cora personalis, we leave an enduring mark on this world. Congratulations, graduating class of 2024.
Thank you, Donica. I would now like to introduce Lotta Erica Toltz, candidate for the degree of Master of Social Work, who will offer some remarks on behalf of the graduates of the School of Social Work.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. Good afternoon, President Reed, Provost Callahan, Dean Marley, faculty, family, friends, and of course, the Loyola University Chicago graduating class of 2024. Today marks a significant moment of celebration and reflection as we begin a new chapter. I am deeply honored to stand before this group of passionate social workers, as well as the professors, friends, and families that shaped our journey. As we embark in this world of social work, each of us carries unique goals and aspirations. My 4 years as a middle school math teacher on the south side of Chicago led me to furthering my education at Loyola. We are entering a profession of uphill battles, including low pay and limited resources. The path we'll travel as social workers will be demanding and sometimes defeating. Our success in this profession will be measured in the lives we touch, the communities we uplift, the stigmas we fight, and the systemic and racial inequities that we challenge. We must continue to lean on one another for guidance or simply reassure ourselves that this fight is worth fighting. Our commitment to change and determination to make a difference will sustain us on this difficult but immensely rewarding path. We are not alone in this huge undertaking. As I look at this group of determined, intelligent graduates, I am reminded of your personal identities, cultural backgrounds, and the challenges that we have all faced. Our exchanges in class of personal experiences have sparked passionate debates and encouraged us to examine different perspectives. Our strength will lie not in our individual abilities, but in our collective power. The bonds we have formed at Loyola are rooted in authenticity, in love, and a shared passion for service. We are future therapists, community leaders, policy activists, and change makers. Whatever our future professional focus, may our passion to help those in need continue to burn strong and guide us in contributing to the betterment of our society. Thank you to all of our professors and mentors along the way, but a special thank you to my fellow graduates, for you all have given me more than I could ever put into words. Congratulations, everyone. We did it.
Thank you, Lotta. It is now my pleasure to welcome back Dean Morato, who will introduce our commencement speaker, Lawrence Benjamin.
Thank you, Provost Callahan. It is indeed my honor to introduce to you all Mr. Lawrence Benjamin. Larry embodies a rare blend of seasoned leadership and an unwavering commitment to driving positive change with a spirit of lifelong learning. With over 30 years of experience spearheading business revitalization in the food industry, he has led the successful turnaround of 6 prominent food companies. In the last decade, Larry has dedicated his career to private equity and venture capitalism, and he's the founder and managing director of Capwell Partners, a venture growth firm focused on consumer solutions that promote wellness and prevent chronic disease. He has served on 8 public and private company boards, numerous nonprofit boards, and currently serves as chairman of the Board of Diversified Food Service Supply. But Larry's influence extends far beyond the realm of business. It's his educational journey that inspires us. It reflects his steadfast dedication to lifelong learning and personal development, including a bachelor's degree from Brown University, an MBA from Columbia University, an MA from Northwestern University, and a master's in public health from Loyola University, Chicago. Larry is not just a leader, but a visionary whose commitment to the enhancement of nutrition in the food industry serves as a testament to his passion and dedication to sustainable enterprise, social impact, and health. So Larry, please join us. I greatly look forward to hearing your words of wisdom.
Well, thank you, Dean Morato, and thank you, President Reed, Provost Callahan, Dean Marley, and hello there, families, friends, and graduates. It is such an honor to be with you today. Congratulations for not only completing your degrees, but also for accomplishing that during the global pandemic crisis. And yes, I know, I'm sorry to bring that up at a time like this, but there's so much to be learned from that difficult time. And let us remember that there still are many among us and close to us who have suffered or are currently suffering from the direct and indirect effects of the pandemic. As we look back on the pandemic years, we faced not only personal challenges, but we witnessed our society at its very best and at its most troubled. At its best, in the fields of study represented here today, we saw true greatness. We are extremely grateful for the thousands upon thousands of health scientists, social workers, and public health organizations that work together to help us all through this crisis in so many ways. What a remarkable group of professionals today's graduates will be joining. In sharp contrast, while many of us were drawn closer together during the pandemic, our society as a whole seemed to split apart. As you and your peers work to protect the public, a significant portion of that same public rose up against vaccines, masks, and even the scientific community itself. Many scientists, health professionals, and public officials, while brilliant in their specialized fields of study, were surprised, very surprised by the intensity and scale of this public response. As one puzzled senior government scientist was recently quoted, "Something clearly went wrong." And it's right here that I want to focus my remarks. Why is it that so many highly skilled officials were caught off guard by the public response? And what does this imply for your own work in the future? Based on my years of experience heading commercial businesses, taking commercial businesses out of crisis, my thesis is this: that across all the scientific training for a career in social work, health science, or public health, there is one scientific field of study that is often overlooked. It's a discipline that's taught in other schools at Loyola, but not in yours yet. It's the science of marketing. Now, when I say marketing, you may think that I'm talking about the traditional fields of advertising and selling. I'm not. Of course, the commercial marketing of today has a lot to do with sales, but in the last decade, there has been a huge shift of marketing resources toward the science of customer research. Today's marketing departments are staffed with PhD scientists and researchers, statisticians, not just MBAs. They're spending more time and money analyzing their customers rather than just selling them. Marketing has become first and foremost the science of listening. In a society where we're bombarded by marketers, the health and social sciences have been disadvantaged by a lack of focus on marketing. Your voice is being drowned out as others are using the tools of marketing to overtake your narrative. As a business marketer, I see an enormous opportunity to turbocharge the effectiveness of all your fields of study by adopting the tools of responsible marketing. When I decided to study for my Loyola MPH, I wanted to transfer the science of public health to the business sector. Today, I propose that you do the reverse. Transfer some of the science of business to your work. So now, graduates, you thought your exams were over? Here's one last final exam question for you. Based on the following highly respected market research on American attitudes toward government, public health, and the scientific community, how might you have adjusted the spokespeople and messaging that was used by officials during the pandemic? So here's the data. First, consider this multi-year research on American attitudes toward government. Back in the early 1960s, 80% of Americans agreed with a statement that government does what is right just about always or most of the time. By 2021, and this will astound you, that percentage had dropped 60 points to just 21%. Second, consider this research on American attitudes toward public health. In 2021, only 34% of people gave our public health system a positive rating, and 29% gave it a poor rating. And third, consider this research on American attitudes toward the scientific community. Also astounding. In 2021, more than 1 out of 5 people said they have not too much or no confidence that scientists act in the public's best interest. The message from this research is crystal clear. At the height of the pandemic in 2021, and sadly continuing today, a significant portion of Americans had lost confidence in the credibility of government, our public health system, and science itself. When you study this data, it's not at all surprising that so many people were skeptical of the COVID recommendations given by the very well-intentioned official spokespeople. For science-oriented people like many of us, we embraced the recommendations from leading scientists. But for millions of Americans, these recommendations fell flat or worse. In business terms, public institutions and public health are troubled brands that have lost significant market share of the public trust. In the business world, when great brands don't listen, they fail. Anyone here remember New Coke, which alienated just about every loyal Coke user in the US? Or anyone remember Blockbuster Video, which unlike Netflix, thought that their customers would never switch from DVDs to streaming? These brands failed to truly understand their customers. They only listened to what they wanted to hear or what they hoped to hear. Or they were in such a hurry to get their product or service out the door, they didn't pause to do the kind of in-depth market research that results in true customer understanding. And so what do troubled commercial brands do when they lose market share? The successful ones double down on market research to better understand their customers. For example, Best Buy thrived by studying customer service complaints and then expanding their frontline staff, while their retail competitors cut staff, reduced costs, and went out of business. And Apple, which, believe it or not, was near bankruptcy in the 1990s, discerned a world frustrated with complicated, clunky technology and turned around their business by creating new products with elegant, simple designs. Both of these companies bounced back by using market research to overhaul their business. Fortunately, in the health and social science communities, marketing science has gained some traction. One of the most striking examples is the highly successful Truth Initiative campaign to reduce teen smoking. Based on interviews with teens, the campaign marketing team discovered that their traditional advertising about the dangers of smoking made smoking more attractive to risk-prone teens. Through their research, the team figured out that teens really resent the feeling of being deceived and manipulated by adults. Using this insight, they developed a new campaign that positioned tobacco companies as deceptive and manipulative. This campaign has been credited with preventing millions of young people from becoming smokers. I will conclude this business school mini seminar by quoting one of my public health heroes, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Reflecting on his success in overcoming resistance to his recommendations during the AIDS crisis, he said of his critics, quote, "One of the best things that I did in my life was put aside their theatrics and attacks on me and start listening to what they had to say." So, as you go forth to set the world on fire and you encounter some resistance, add the science of listening to your spectacular array of Loyola scientific training. Your fires will shine longer and brighter. And as brand ambassadors for your health and social science fields, you will help rebuild the public trust in our vitally important public institutions. Thank you for listening to me. I wish every one of you many bright fires. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence, for your thoughtful and inspiring words. The candidates for master's degrees from the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health will now be presented. Dean Elaine Morato, founding dean of the Parkinson School, will make the recommendations to the president, who in turn will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees from the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health please rise? President Reed, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degrees of Masters of Public Health, Master of Healthcare Administration, and Master of Science. The candidates have fulfilled all of the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that these be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I am pleased to confer upon you the master's degrees for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, please put on your hoods. Congratulations.
The candidates for all master's degrees from the Parkinson School will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Joanne Kuba, Associate Professor of Applied Health Sciences for the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and in Public Health, will read the names of the candidates. Candidates who have not yet been taken out of their rows may be seated again. Family and friends, please remain in your seats and hold your applause until all degree groups have been recognized so that each candidate's name may be heard by their family and loved ones. Guests are not permitted on the arena floor or near the stage. Professional photographers are taking photos of the graduates, and these photos will be available to you in the coming days. Thank you for your cooperation.
Receiving the degree Master of Public Health and also Doctor of Medicine on Saturday, May the 11th, Jerry Ann Natalie Collimore. Gabriela Fuentes. Angelica Joanna Kuvak. Kaylin Rynell Pettis. Kelly Diane Steele. Let us congratulate these graduates. Receiving the degree Master of Public Health, Georgia Elizabeth Deere Baker. Jawari Chata. Elizabeth Grace Mary DiLoretto. Abigail Doyle. Emily Carolina Diza. Kimberly Garcia. Joaquin Ivan Guzman. Idiake Ivan Iruma Ramadan. Shalane Saji John. Autumn Castle. Stephen Carl Levy. Michaela Lees. Naya Regina Lipkins. Dr. Divya Mudavath. Tiana Nikolic. Kennedy Mescalin Paredes. Sydney Leanne Ross. Bhargav Kumar Satani. Anaya Simmons. Rose Thornquist. Laura Vargas. Zachary Wilder. Let us congratulate these graduates. Receiving the degree Master of Healthcare Administration, Amanda Elizabeth Alvarado. Erica Ray Batti. Kalika Blackburn. Salvatore Carfagno. Nisa Chevapovic. Danica Elizabeth Denning. Gabriella Elizabeth DiMartino. Saja Motadi Imud. Demi Jefferson. Let us congratulate these graduates. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Dietetics, Sarah Ann Brennan. Abby Elizabeth Cabin. Lisa Charles. Gabriella Ann DeVito. Samantha Ann Munez. Mercedes Munez Telleria. Catherine Pham. Isabella Elena Urrutia. Monica Wilson. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Exercise Science, Danielle Chavez Gans. Ranit Goswami. Samantha Jane Kuntzman. Miranda Brooke Mishno. Farquat Nakvi. Ramel Isaiah Pryor. Krishna Ketan Kumar Soni. Arana Sao. Marley Francis Waller. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Health Informatics and Data Science, Julie Slezak. Receiving the degree Master of Science in Medical Laboratory Science, Elena Alicia Guma. Thong Pham. Sydney Elizabeth Redlin. Elizabeth Sereno. And Asia Lachey Walker. Please join me in congratulating these graduates.
The candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health will now be presented. Dean Morato will make the recommendations to the president, who in turn will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health please rise? President Reed, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees. The candidates have fulfilled all of the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the Parkinson School of Health Sciences and Public Health and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, invested in me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I am pleased to confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, please move your tassels from the right side to the left. Congratulations.
The candidates for baccalaureate degrees will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Nicholas D. Salakis, Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of Health Informatics and Data Science, will read the names of the candidates. Candidates who have not been taken out of their rows may be seated.
Receiving the degree Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science, Emily Barbara Jankover Bannett. Sophia Madison Beresheim. Amy Elizabeth Burkett. Hannah Elizabeth Cass. Carly Jean Clausen. Lina Alejandra Colmenares Alba. Angela Dicey Decker. Leslie Doan. Kirti Doshi. Nathaniel J. Dudek. Christian Manuel Duenes. Lily Ann Barbara Fox. Andrea A. Georgescu. Nadia Kaur Gill. Marissa Ann Grant. Mila Audrey Howard. Madeline Faith McLean. Naomi Rose Noguera. Elizabeth Marie Pirro. Rebecca Lynn Sacco. Grace Valeria Taluki. Yasmin Guadalupe Fisguera. Receiving the degree in Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration, Ozioma Amonia Aribebe. Lorna Abundis. Bridget Jo Carino Querter. Stephanie Espinoza Leva. Shoaib Saeed Haq. Giovanna K. Laporta. Gia Larucci. Avery Meyer. Bridget Elizabeth Myers. Taylor Niebel. Michaela O. Pasaporte. Dia Patel. Karina Patel. Shuchi A. Pachel. Amina Robinson. Melissa Tiana Rodriguez. Suha Kazi Saba. Yasmin Shah. Ashley Catherine Soderlin, cum laude. Mila G. Stropke, summa cum laude. Kira D. Tran. Ria Valsadia. Sahaj Vanani, magna cum laude. Receiving the degree of Bachelor of Science in Public Health, Isabel Knight Almeida. Valerie Alvarez Renteria. James Nelson Blaine. Ava Marie Borrego. Sabina Serda, cum laude. Kelly Ann Cajucom de la Cruz, cum laude. Grace Edith DiCola. Malak Abebe Fasiha. Jennifer Galsine, cum laude. Umar Saeed Hassan. Aman Kotadia, cum laude. Anna Mercedes Ruiz La Chica. Ellie Ann Lawrencell, magna cum laude. Jasmine Natividad, cum laude. Shanti Monisha J. O'Neill, summa cum laude. Hiral Patel. Swetha Saro Ramkumar. Maya Jita Rao, cum laude. Catherine Lee Seaman, summa cum laude. Jifa Sirsi. Millie Shaw. Mia Lynn Silvestros, magna cum laude. Solea Amari Smith, cum laude. Kang Ling Audrey Tubbs. Molly Zink. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations to the class of 2024 from the Parkinson School. One more round. The candidates for master's degrees and certificates from the School of Social Work will now be presented. Dr. James Marley, Interim Dean of the School of Social Work, will make recommendations to President Reed, who in turn will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees and certificates from the School of Social Work please rise? President Reed, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Master of Social Work and the certificates from the School of Social Work. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees and certificates, and I recommend that these be conferred upon them.
Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Social Work and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and vested in me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I am pleased to confer upon you the master's degrees and the certificates for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, master's candidates, please put on your hoods. Congratulations.
The candidates for master's degrees and certificates will now come forward to be recognized by name as directed by the marshals. Dr. Christy Mason, Assistant Dean for the Master of Social Work Programs and Clinical Associate Professor, will read the names of the candidates. Candidates, if you have not been taken out of your rows, you may be seated.
Receiving the degree of Master of Social Work, Hira Abasi. Julie Apt. Gabriela Adema Barcenas. Angela Diana Aguero. Abby Marie Aguirre. Isma Fatima Ahmed. Waleed Ahmed. Elizabeth Ann Aho. Dennis Elbuha. Andrew John Alvarez. Amanda Amador. Lauren Elizabeth Appleson. Elizabeth Arteaga. Elena Avellaneda Garces. Alejandra Avilla. Brian Beck. Jansulo Bachberganova. Leilani Raquel Barrera. Jean M. Bax. John Gary Younghan Beck. Dalton R. Bell. Zainab Barate. Grace Elizabeth Charlotte Bergen. Evelyn Orozco Bernardino. Kevin Birdwhistle. Amanda Bizios. Emma Helen Boatman. Miranda Blaine Borkin. Emma Elizabeth Bosch. Zoe Nicole Boyle. Cassidy Brianne Brooks. Isabel Camacho. Julia Camelli. Marianella Candelaria. Allison Laura Cardella. Ennio Domingo Cardoza. Ivania Cristina Carpeo Castro. Monica Carrillo. Shayna Mariquina Castellano. Rachel Lynn Cavalcanti. Mary Grace Gorman Sabrat. Cynthia Collin. Emily Taylor Condon. Kevin John Conway. Jessica Cook. Jacqueline Cortes. Bridget Grady Couture. Catherine Marie Craney. Fernando Cuervo Torillo. Callie Curtin. Kate Elizabeth Dawson. Nelika Lees DeWard. Sophia Ductiar. Mackenzie Bet DiFiore. Therese Rosemary Diamond. Jocelyn Diaz Anguiano. Kimberly Ann Dressman. Emily Catherine Dunn. Rebecca Durkin. Julia Francesca Dybala. Hannah Marie Imami. Sophia Marlee Engeman. Amalia Espinoza Ochoa. Serena Etchison. Maureen Rose Evers. Abigail Fate. Kylie Jane Figgins. Jamie Finn. Cynthia Isabel Flatus Leon. Claire Elizabeth Fogarty. Kaylee Follett. Catherine Carr Fretland. Michaela Catherine Fuse. Rosalinda Gallegos. Erica Garcia Robles. Morgan Taylor Garrity. Amanda Nicole Gazer. Michael Gable. Natalie Rose Goldberg. Matthew Elliott Goldstein. Doria Rose Gohl. Also receiving the degree of Master of Public Health, Sydney Gordon. Ashley Greenan. Cameron Grace Guth. Renata Vashti Hackley Hedrick. Mariana Heidekevich. Brooklyn Paige Hamblin. Colleen Hannigan. Rachel Grace Hansen. Serena Alyssa Heck. Sophia Claire Herzeg. Kathleen Soledad Hidalgo. Jamie Ray Himes. Adam Daniel Sebastian Hill. Isaac Hernandez Rivera. Madeline Sophia Yako. Samuel McClenn Irvine. Caitlin Nicole Patterson Johnson. Sylvia Johnston. Tonette Jones. Desiree Sherelle Jones King. Jessica Hannah Katz. Colin Kehoe. Liam Kenny. Vivasulu Rachel Cahoe. Monet LaDiamond King. Carly Ryan Kreider. Peter A. Lockman. Beverly Avila Lara. Jamie Linyon Lau. Riley Michael Lentz. Jonah Cole Levinson. Claire Lewing. Kathleen Michelle Lewis. Lori Light. Valandra Nicole Lloyd. Kimberly Lopez Martinez. Alexa Jo Loxtercamp. Jacqueline Lucan. Aria L. Lopez Rodriguez. Carrie Ann Madden. Alexandria N. McGee. Erin Michaela Malone. Macy Jean Margarillo. Stephanie Marquez. Kelly Marth. Jennifer Martinez. Mary Lou Martinez. Oscar C. Martinez. Idaline Martinez de Jesus. Jonathan Abraham Matthew. Caitlin Fisher McHugh. Nora Connolly McIntosh. Hallie Meunier. Erica Meza. Priscilla Vanessa Miligan. Rosa Maria Morales. Diana Ariola Moche. Tina Moy. Monisha Merjani. Mallory Elizabeth Murphy. Sarah Carmela Murphy. Olivia Offer. Jade Osoria Duenas. Dylan Pavola. Brandy Tiana Patterson. Sarah Perez. Chloe Persigel Flock. Megan Hillary Pfeiffer. Deanna Marie Phillips. Myra Jeanette Plata Sanchez. Anne Polito. Wendy Isabel Parada Carrao. Hannah Grace Potter. Christine Joy K. Rubin. Christian Ramos. Maria Rangel. Fatima Rasul. Sean Ray. Jasmine Reynoso. Isabella Reza. Sarah Richards. Jade Rydell. Haiti Yesenia Rivera. Olga Roca Pacheco. Vanessa Rodriguez. Julianne Roordance. LaShawn Vera Rosen. Rachel Iris Rosen. Ashley Nicole Ross. Sitlali Bepsi Ruiz. Russell Mislevich. Teresa Roots. Ella Jeanette Sadowski. Margarita Sanchez. Jackson Corbin Santee. Maureen Paula Schlehoff. Samuel Schmidt. Arden Schultz. Denise Serrano. Maria Sarambitska. Danielle Melissa Shapiro. JC Kate Simon. Lindsay Smart. Jalen Antoinette Smith. Lauren McCormick Somerville. Rachel Elizabeth Stams. Nicole Joy Sugar. Abriana Sutherland Sayinsky. Jean Taylor. Jessica Ray Taylor. Lada Erica Tolks. Adriani Valdiva Gonzalez. Abigail Van Heitzma. Stephanie Vasquez. Maria Antonia Velador Gonzalez. Jacqueline Velasquez. Mario Joseph Verde. Christina Verhasselt. Sundus Wadan. Zoe Monroe Weinstein. Catherine Wimmer. Isabella Ways. Lucy Yunker. Receiving the certificate for the Postmaster's School Social Work Endorsement Program, Lucy Ann Goyen Chen. Receiving the certificate for the Postmaster's School Social Work Endorsement Program, Kelly Ruth Tiedemann. Let's congratulate these graduates.
The candidates for baccalaureate degrees will now be presented. Dean Marley will make the recommendations to the president, who in turn will confer the degrees.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the School of Social Work please rise? President Reed, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Social Work. The candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for their degrees, and I recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
It's your turn now. Candidates, upon the recommendation of the Dean of the School of Social Work and its faculty, and by the authority granted to Loyola University Chicago by the state of Illinois, and delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of our university, I am pleased to confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees for which you have been recommended. And as a sign of your new academic status, please move your tassels from the right side to the left. Congratulations.
The candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the School of Social Work will now come forward to be recognized by name. Dr. Jean Sokolek, Program Director of the Bachelor of Social Work Program and Clinical Associate Professor, will read the names of the graduates. Those students who have not been taken out of your rows may be seated.
Receiving the Bachelor of Social Work degree, Mahia Marie Aji. Natalie M. Archdeacon. Helen Suzanne Langston Beiswinger, magna cum laude. Chloe M. Bentz, summa cum laude. Jillian Alexis Berman. Marcus Balak Campbell. Delaney Karen, cum laude. Samantha Chen. Natalie Cray, cum laude. Caroline Cummings, magna cum laude. Valeria Delgado, magna cum laude. Franklin Ellis, summa cum laude. Annabelle Victoria Flores. Mason Joshua Garcia. Daniela Garcia, magna cum laude. Sarah Gelbach, magna cum laude. Tess Goldberger, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Gonzalez Abarca, magna cum laude. Grace Grayling, summa cum laude. Griffin Max Kuoa Halprin, magna cum laude and interdisciplinary honors. Ella Halbrunner, summa cum laude. Emily Cadet, cum laude. Emma Lampke, magna cum laude. Megan A. Levesque, magna cum laude and interdisciplinary honors. Elizabeth May, cum laude. Ruby Aurora Moyano. Claire Neal, magna cum laude. Amalachoku Okoya. Naomi Perez. Jade Olivia Pinkowitz. Sarah Powers, magna cum laude. Adelaide Marie Ravensborg, summa cum laude. Rosemary Claire Roberts, magna cum laude. Isabella Seglin, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Thatchett. Sarah Ventaligia, summa cum laude. Skylar Whitehead, Ella Whiteman, Megan Wee, magna cum laude. Let's give them a round of applause.
Congratulations to the class of 2024 from the School of Social Work. One more round. Please direct your attention to the screens as we stream a video message from the Loyola Alumni Association, followed by remarks from President Mark Reed.
Hello from Chicago. My name is Thad Wong from the class of 1996, and I am co-CEO of At Properties Christie's International Real Estate. I wish you all a big congratulations on one of the greatest accomplishments in your life, your graduation. After graduation, you are automatically welcomed as part of the Loyola University Chicago Alumni Association. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to my fellow alumnus, Dr. Steven Squinto. Dr. Squinto has had a remarkable career in the biotechnology company building and investing space. Speaking to you from Palm Beach, Florida, Dr. Steven Squinto.
Thanks, Thad, and congratulations to all of our graduates. I graduated from Loyola with 2 degrees. I am currently with JP Morgan Asset Management. I serve as the Chief Investment Officer and the Managing Partner of our newly created Life Sciences Private Capital Group. Loyola's goal is to find a meaningful way for all of our alumni to remain engaged with the university. For example, you can stay connected through Loyola's mentorship program, Loyola Linked. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Glennis Green. Dr. Green serves as the co-founder and executive director of the Black Researchers Collective. She joins us from Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you, Dr. Squinto, and congratulations, everyone. My name is Dr. Glennis Green, aka Dr. G, and I'm a 2009 graduate from the College of Arts and Sciences. A great way to stay in touch with Loyola is to keep in contact with professors and staff or attend one of the many alumni events. There will always be a way for you to stay connected. There are regional Rambler communities that you can be a part of, including in San Francisco, home of Reach Capital, co-founder and Loyola alum Jennifer Caroline. Jennifer taught in traditional public schools for 7 years, pursued an MA in education from Stanford, then went on to learn the craft of venture capital for almost a decade before co-founding Reach Capital.
Thank you so much, Dr. Green. I graduated from Loyola in 1997 from the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm a co-founder and partner at Reach Capital. Loyola was the first real mission-driven organization that I was a part of, and it had a major impact on my career, including the founding of Reach, a mission-driven venture fund focused on education. And it is so important to remain part of our community. So let's stay in touch. I urge you to take full advantage of these opportunities. Congratulations again on your graduation from Loyola University Chicago. You should be very proud. The best is yet to come. Go Ramblers!
Good afternoon, class of 2024. On behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the entire Loyola University Chicago community, I offer you my heartfelt and deepest congratulations on this very special day. And welcome, of course, to family and friends who are joining us here in the arena, and to all those who are watching our live feed online. So I want to just deviate here for a minute, if you don't mind. But this is I've lost track of time. Let's see, we had 2 yesterday, Provost Callahan. This is the second one today. So this is the fourth of 12 commencement ceremonies taking place between yesterday and Saturday. We'll be back here at 5 o'clock if you want to come back for 2 other schools that will be graduating. This is a really, really fun week. It's a lot of fun, a lot of hard work that goes into it, and of course we want to recognize and thank all the people that are responsible for putting it on. But I've been conducting a little bit of an experiment now, and I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to have enough data to actually compare. So I like to see which schools and which ceremony actually can have the most fun and make the most noise. So make as much noise as you want. Okay, all right, okay. You are all in the lead. I say that after every ceremony. That was good, that was great. Well, graduates, I would like to ask you, and when I did this at another ceremony, all those who received bachelor's degrees didn't stand. This includes you. You are now graduates. So anybody who walked across this stage a few minutes ago, please stand. And I invite you graduates to take a moment with me to acknowledge and to thank the people whose dreams of this day stretch all the way back to when you were born. I'm talking about your parents and family, of course, but also friends you've made along the way who provided advice, support, and companionship on this journey. So you know where they are, here in the arena or watching online. So turn to them and give them a grateful round of applause. Graduates, years from now, and dare I say, even an hour from now, few of you will remember the president of Loyola University Chicago who spoke at your graduation ceremony. Of this, I am absolutely certain. But you will vividly remember the remarkable faculty and staff that you encountered here. You will benefit from their insight and care for the rest of your lives. And so please honor the Loyola faculty and staff who share in your achievements and celebration, and join me in saying thank you to them. Now, we've already heard wonderful reflections and remarks from our student and commencement speakers, so you can relax. This is going to be brief. I simply say to you, graduates, that you have been privileged to be part of the Jesuit educational experience that is nearly 500 years old overall, and more than 150 years old here specifically at Loyola. And we seek to educate and to form in you the next generation of leaders who will be capable of shaping the future with competence, vision, justice, and charity, with a sense of calling, with concern for all of the human family. And you have received much during your time at Loyola. But remember that your education ultimately is not just for you. It's for you to serve and to make a difference in your community, your family, your chosen professions, and the lives of others. So go forward and embrace your futures boldly and confidently. Always remember that you are loved. We love you, your parents, family, and friends love you, and God loves you. Thank you very much. So this is the interactive part of the program. Graduates, you may sit, and I invite everyone else here, if you are able, to please stand. I invite you all to join me in a special and final blessing for our graduates, and I invite you to extend your hand as I am. The blessing will appear on the screens, and please join me in saying, may God bless you and sustain you on this your graduation day. May the Creator of the vast universe keep you safe as you go forth from this place that has nourished your mind and your soul. May the Almighty look down upon you and give you success in all your endeavors, courage in all your struggles and challenges, understanding in all that is new to you, wisdom to choose what is right and do what is good, perseverance in all you undertake, serenity and peace in the knowledge that you are not alone, that you are loved. And may the Lord of all look kindly upon you this day and forever. Amen. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Will our graduates please rise? It is now my privilege to invite Nicolette C. Anachini, candidate for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Music, Vocal Performance, and Bachelor of Arts, Film and Digital Media, summa cum laude, to lead the community in the Loyola University alma mater. Nicolette will be accompanied by the Loyola Wind Ensemble. Thank you to all of our talented musicians. Let's give them a round of applause. We ask that the audience please be seated until the recessional from the stage and the graduates have left the arena. Following the recessional, please join the graduates for a reception on the West Quad.